There we go. Okay, hello guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Me, I'm not sure exactly how I'm doing, to be honest. But I really felt like making a video for a very long time, just to just talk about whatever. Honestly, just talk about bullshit. I don't really have a script for this video. I usually prepare a script, but I didn't really feel like making one for this one. Just wanted to talk really, talk for real, you know. Because I've been having this thought coming and going on my mind for the past few weeks, which is I think that maybe life is not that deep. Honestly, I think life is not that deep. And what am I trying to say with this, right? So to give a little bit of context, my name is Otto. I'm 22 years old, and I've been living in Portugal for about a year and a half. It's been a year and a half since I left Argentina and I moved here to Portugal to start a new life. And I will say that I always seen myself as an overthinker, if you will. I tend to get in my head a lot. I tend to think a lot about situations, fictitious situations that may not even happen. And I tend to worry a lot more than I should, which causes me a great deal of stress and it causes me to be tired all the time. By the way, if you hear any weird sounds, my neighbors, they're really fucking annoying. I hate them. The thing is, I tend to overthink a lot, right? And I always been like this, but I think this got exacerbated a lot when I came here, because this was the first time I've been abroad like this, you know, let's say alone. And it just made the situation worse, because now I'm not just worrying about dumb shit. I'm actually worrying about important things like, say, paperwork, which is something that all migrants know about. They probably relate. Just going around with paperwork, visa applications, renewals, passport renewals, and getting everything up to date. And this, of course, understandably, I think it made me very anxious and made me overthink a lot, right? But it also comes with the cost, which is that I'm constantly tired. I'm always tired. I get very angry also for dumb shit that is really not that important. And that shit it got me tired, actually. It got me tired of this situation, right? I'm feeling tired of being tired, if that makes sense. And I just realized that, you know, worrying about all these things, and many of the things that I worry about, they just end up not happening, right? So like 90% of the things I worry about, they end up not happening. Out of those 90, or that 90% that I worry about, I think like whatever that actually does materialize and happens, I know how to deal with that shit when it happens. So I came to the realization there's no point in worrying this much. Life is not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that complicated. Because I see people around me. They're all living their lives. They're doing their things. They go and do their grocery shopping. They go to work. They're with their families. You know, standard stuff. Nothing, just ordinary life. And I looked at them and I thought to myself, like, damn, I want to do that. I want to have a boring life. I want to have an ordinary life. And I wasn't able to, because I just kept thinking about the things that I have to do, the things that I haven't done. And I get stuck on this limbo of wanting to do something and not actually putting the effort to do it, like not getting up to actually do it. Like this video, for example, I really wanted to make a video like this for past couple of months, but I was given an excuse. I never had time, or I never had the inspiration. You know, and today I just decided to get up and actually record this shit. So again, I think that the main focus, the main idea and topic that I want to talk about is the fact that life is not really that deep, you know? Because worrying about these things is not going to make them go away. If anything, it can actually make things worse. And I used to think that worrying about these things was a good thing. It was positive because it got me prepared for what could happen, what could come around, right? But the thing is, life is unpredictable, as we all know. Shit happens, and it's not always under your control what will happen, right? So yeah, it made me realize that there's no point in doing this, and the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to spend all my time, I'm going to spend my energy, I'm going to spend myself putting my life into worrying, while my time, my actual life, is just passing by. My time is flying. I'm 22, almost 23. This year I'm gonna turn 23. I'm still young. In the grand scheme of things, I'm still young. But it's been a year. Goddamn, that's a dog barking. It's been a year. It's been a year and a bit. And I might actually close. I'm gonna close the window. So it's been a year, and to me, it feels like it's been like a month. It's been like a few weeks. I still remember when I was on the airport and I was coming here, and it feels like it was yesterday. And it made me realize I just, like, time goes by like that, and you don't realize. And you spend so much of your actual wake time worrying and thinking about bullshit. And again, I'm still young and whatever, but there will come a point in my life where I look back and I think, damn, I was worrying about this dumb thing, this dumb visa application for like 3 months. I had a bad sleep. I was angry all the time. I couldn't focus on my job. I was mistreating my partner because I was angry, because I couldn't sleep, because I was worried, because I was stressed. You see, so all these things keep piling up, and in a few years you look back and you think, damn, I was so fucking dumb. Because by that point, you have probably gotten over this thing already. Which leads me to the next point, which is, if you got to the current point that you are right now, that means that you are capable enough of going through this type of bullshit. Because we know that life is just a sequence of bullshit that happens, and we usually don't have control over it. We think we have control over it. We may have a degree of control over things, but it's never completely under our control. So all of these things I'm talking about, they sound cliche, and because they are, right? But actually applying this to my life, it's a lot different, right? So, because I've been trying doing this thing where I just don't worry about those things. Like, not worrying is very hard. It's part of my nature, because humans are creatures of habit, right? This is my habit. This is what I've done for pretty much all my life, right? So trying to unlearn that shit is very hard, but I gave it a go. And so far, to be honest, past few weeks, it's been going pretty well, actually. I just have peace of mind. I'm not worrying about the same things. And I'm not being lazy at all. If anything, I'm doing more things. I'm being more productive. And I feel better. I have a better mood. I have a better mood. So what I'm just trying to say is that it's not that deep, honestly. And it sounds cliche. And it sounds probably insensitive. And for a lot of people it will be. And it was for me. But it truly is not that deep, There are no situations that cannot be fixed. Unless we're talking about death, right? But I think in life there's no such a thing of a situation that cannot be fixed or resolved in any way. And even if it's resolved in a, let's say, unfavorable way for you, you can still pick your life up. You can still go forward. You can still proceed and succeed. All this motivational talk that I'm doing is almost kind of like me trying to convince myself, right? But the point that I'm trying to convey is that just try and not think about this bullshit. Try and just do actual actual good things for you, right? So like go out for a walk, drink some water, this is shit that everyone tells you about, right? All the mindful influencers or whatever. But it really does make a difference. And in the long term, it will spare you a lot of health issues. Because I was, well, again, as mentioned previously, I always been a very anxious and very stressed person. And that took a toll on my health. Um, it took a toll on my sleep. My sleeping schedule has been completely fucked. So I know firsthand. I know what stress and anxiety can do to a person, right? But again, life is not that deep. Whatever life throws at you, you should be able to handle. And if you can't, you can still move forward. You can still walk past that shit and just say, you know what, I'm gonna deal with that shit. And you just keep going and you find your own way. You do things you want. You don't need anyone to tell you what to do with your life, right? I will say, I think that to a lot of people probably relate to this, like what contributes to, let's say, overthinking and whatnot. More often than not, it's from things that are not coming from you, let's say, not coming straight from you, directly from you, but from other people, right? So expectations from parents or from a boss at your job, these type of things. And it's hard to let go of those things because they shape our world, right? They shape our world and the way that we see things, the way that things work. They are based on other people's expectations, right? So letting go of that, it's hard. But once you are able to do that, everything just changes. You start living with a lot more, you feel light, right? You feel like you are walking on a fucking cloud. Yeah, I think that's the main idea, right? That I'm trying to talk about. I actually have something written here. I have a few notes. It's not a script though, but yeah, I think that's the main idea that I'm trying to talk about, right? So yeah, maybe this video may help someone. Hopefully, I think so. It could. If it doesn't, that's fine. But if it helps one person, I think that's great. Honestly, that'll be enough. Because I would have liked someone to make a video like this for me a few months ago. Not even a few years, just a few months ago, honestly. So yeah, I may actually start doing more of this raw, unedited content in the future. So if you like this, please like and subscribe and hit that bell and all that bullshit. So yeah, have a good one. Take care. God bless or whatever.